Alrighty guys, so today we're going to be reviewing again. This time we're looking at slope-intercept form and point-slope form. Remember, you covered these in Algebra 1. So today should be just a quick reminder, little refresher. There's a 5-question assignment at the end that you'll do in your class. So getting started, slope-intercept form, remember that was basically like our holy grail of algebra, right? So mathematicians are not creative in naming things. They literally name things for what is in them. So slope-intercept form has just that. I'm going to do pink. Slope is always your M. And then your intercept is your y-intercept or B. Okay. This could also, I'll get to that later. So slope-intercept form. If you're given an equation like this and you're asked to identify what the slope and the intercept are, you will then just pick out what your M and B are. Okay, so M, remember, is the number in front of X, not the X. And then B is your intercept. B is 5. All right, one more little example. If you're given a slope of this, and if you're told your intercept is 0, 6, remember that the intercept is just your y value. So if you're writing an equation, y equals, plug in your slope, 2x plus 6. Remember, we do not put the whole point, you just put the y value for your y-intercept. Okay. Next little example, if we are given 2 points, and we need to find the slope, we know how to do that using M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Because remember, slope is just rise over run, so that's why y goes on top. I'm going to label, x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so my 1s and 2s. Now I need to find the slope, so I just plug in my information from here into this formula. So that leaves me with 5 minus 4 over negative 1 minus 3. This gives you 1 over negative 4. So this would be your slope for the given points. Okay, that's if we just need to find the slope between 2 points. The next example that we're going to look at is when we are given a graph, okay, and we need to write the equation. So just a little reminder, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. So when you're given a graph, you want to look at, the graph. Duh. Of course you're looking at the graph. That's what they tell you. So, easiest thing to find would be your y-intercept. In this case, we have a y-intercept that is 1, 2, 3. Okay? So y-intercept is 3. I'll make a little note of that. B is 3, and that's because we just found it right here on the graph, where your line crosses the y-axis. Next, we need to find our slope. So there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. You can think about what we did before and use this formula using these 2 points. Or you can do like a little bunny hop method and go between the 2 points. So you'll see you go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this case, our slope is negative 4 over 5. Because again, we went down 4 and then over 5 to our next point. Okay? Writing our equation for that, you're just going to plug in, like we did before, your m and your b. So y equals negative 4/5 x plus 3. Okay? So if we wanted to look at these, they're all in slope-intercept form. These are 3 different ways that you can kind of put them into slope-intercept, take the information out. Moving forward, we're going to look at our point-slope form, okay? This is where a situation where you are going to be given a slope and a point, okay? When you're given these 2 things, you're going to look at point-slope form, all right? This is because you would be able to plug in your point and a given slope. So, for this example, I'm going to color coordinate so you can see how the difference works, like what I'm plugging in versus what my actual formula is. So for my first example, I'm given a slope of -5 and a point of -3, -7. So I want to go ahead and label my x1, y1. That way I know what to plug in to my formula. So now, since I'm plugging in the point and the slope into the form, this is what it would look like. We'll have y minus y1, which is -7, equals m is -5 times x minus our x1 of -3. We'll do that black. Right, so all we did here is take our given point, x1 here, y1 here, and then, or y1 here, and then our given slope in for m. The last step that you have to do is kind of clean it up a little bit. So remember, 2 negatives is going to make a positive. So this would then become y plus 7 equals -5x plus 3, because again, 2 negatives equal a positive. And this is your answer. So if you're given a slope of 5 and this point, putting them into point-slope form will give you this equation right here. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing, same color coordinating, with another example just to get some more practice in. So we are given a slope of 1/3. Remember, slope is your m. Your point is 2, -3. So I'll go ahead and label my x1 and my y1. And now we just plug in exactly what we see. So y minus our y1 is -3 equals m, in this case is 1/3, x minus 2, because again, x1 goes here. Alright, last little step, clean it up a little bit, get rid of any double negatives, and you are going to be left with y plus 3 equals 1/3 x minus 2. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Be sure to work on your short assignment and make sure you're reading which form it specifically asks you for. Okay, have a great day.